Oh, this is terrific. I know there are 70 chairs that were set up, and there's not that many empty ones. I hope you got enough pretzels. So, today is Marathon Sunday. And over 50,000 runners put on their shoes, laced up the sneakers, to go out there today to run 26.2 miles, to get into Central Park, cross the finish line, and get their medal. You, on the other hand, put on your shoes, you got in your cars, you drove different distances to get here to the Bell Harbor Yacht Club, to listen to some wonderful music, have a cocktail or two, maybe have something to eat. All in support of music that heals. Now you might say to yourself, how am I possibly combining or comparing these two events? I am, and I'll tell you why. Running a marathon actually has nothing to do with running. It has to do with feeling good about yourself, having a purpose and a goal, and being part of a group that is doing something positive. You all came here today as a group. We have a purpose and a goal. And if you don't feel good about yourselves for doing that, I say you should, even if you haven't had a drink yet. You deserve to feel good about yourselves for being here in support of Music That Heals, because as a group, we bring something very positive to the world through music. Whether you have been a supporter for Music That Heals from our inception in 1997, or if you're here today for the first time, because Helen said you better get to the Yacht Club on Sunday, because there's going to be good music and the bar is open, I want to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart for whatever you set aside that you might have had to do today in your effort to be here. And one of my intentions today is to have you understand how important you are in this whole process of having all of this happen. As a matter of fact, you will all get a medal. You're all going to get a medal on the way out. We have another gift for you, and it's true, and it might seem silly, but I'll tell you why it's not. Because when you look at that medal, you need to know that it's important what you're doing in being here in support of this. Otherwise, this could never happen. And with that, I want to share with you a story that was just sent to me a few days ago from one of the Music That Heals performers, Willa Basson. Willa sings and plays piano, and she did a concert in the lobby of the Perlmutter Cancer Center on 34th Street, NYU Langone. Music That Heals sends a performance a week to Langone Perlmutter Cancer Center. Once a week, we send them a performance for almost the past 6 years. That's only one facility of the many that we serve. Here's the interesting thing about Willa, particularly. Over 5 years ago, Willa was a patient at the Perlmutter Cancer Center. So here's her story that she just sent me after her performance last week. Hi, Kathy. My recent performance was at the Perlmutter Cancer Center, where, as you know, I was once a patient. So I guess I have a special feeling about playing there. I remember the first time I walked into that building, feeling like a tiny piece of dust in a giant machine that was going to eat me up and spit me out. It was very frightening. So as I set up my equipment in that small lobby, looked out at the people sitting on the sofas, I knew for sure nobody was there for a happy reason. Maybe they're getting chemo, maybe they're waiting on a diagnosis, maybe they're waiting for a loved one. But in any case, it's all scary stuff. It's a strange situation, both intimate and anonymous. The people on the couches are right there, very close to me. There are people passing through on the way to the elevator, so I interact with them maybe for a minute or two at most. As I'm sure you know from doing this kind of work, You come to understand it's absolutely not about us, the performers, in no way. No matter how I feel before I get there, as soon as I enter the venue, there is nothing to do but turn the joy machine on to number 10. I'm happy to be there, happy to play, happy to sing, to bring a smile to people, if only for a moment, who would not otherwise smile. Happy to take them out of their worries and into the music. I look around as I'm performing, the woman sitting to my side with the kerchief on her head. I can see she's tired and worried. I sing to her, I smile to her, she smiles back. And maybe just for a second, she's not thinking about why she's there. Two younger people sit down with their mom. She has a cane. They're rubbing her back as she leans on it, looking at the floor. I'm playing, she starts tapping her feet. I play Que Sera. Her head comes up with a big smile. She knows that one. She sings along. A couple gets up to go. They give me the thumbs up and they mouth, thank you. Staff at the front desk are dancing around, they sing along. I find myself thinking someone could walk in right now and say, what kind of party is going on here at the Cancer Center? And that's what happens. People come in on their way to the elevator, surprised, laughing, they look at me, they sing along. They're standing at the elevator, listening to the music. They dance around a little bit. They smile at me, I smile back. When this performance was done, as I was passing the elevator bank to get my gear, a man who had been sitting in the back off and on when I was playing came over to me to tell me how much he enjoyed the performance and the songs I chose to sing. I thanked him. As he got on the elevator, he said, no, I really needed this, believe me. I don't know what was waiting for him on the other side of that elevator door, right? But I'm so grateful I could give him that gift. It's moments like that that make this work so life-affirming and rewarding. Thanks again for including me in the Music That Heals community. This story is just one moment that I get to share with you. We have hundreds of stories like this. We literally, over the past 21 years, have thousands of letters from facilities who to let us know the positive effect Music That Heals is having on their patients, the families that come to visit the patients, visitors, and the staff. You all need to know that no one could ever do this alone. It's part of my initiative today, and what I would like to get across to you is how important you are in having to have this all happen. Not only from the moments of this story, but when you walk around the room and look at those photos, each taken in a different facility. We are all responsible for this. Not just me, I'm just kind of the messenger, the one doing it, putting it together so that you can help. Over the past 21 years, there's absolutely no doubt that Music That Heals has reached over 500,000 people through live, professional, musical performances. I really thank you all so deeply for making the effort to come here today. Before I introduce our wonderful duo, who we have to perform for you, I want to tell you a little bit of something about the musicians who are part of the Music That Heals family. They are all professionals in every way, performing at Lincoln Center, Carnegie Hall, orchestras on Broadway. The Poor Cousins, who will be filling the room with joy today so that we can enjoy it in this beautiful space, have played all around the world. So I want to introduce Naomi Morris and Emmett McGowan, the Poor Cousins, who will entertain us today, and I hope you all enjoy the music. And I think that about covers it. Take my medal to get out.
know,